Hey guys, it's Miss Sproul. I miss you guys like crazy. I'm so sad that we can't be together, but I thought this would be a cool way to do something a little bit different. I know the internet has been really tough and hard to navigate, and so I thought this would be something that not everyone's doing. So I thought I'd read to you guys in 5-minute installments The Secret Message. It is another Revolutionary War book that is written by the same person, Idella Bodie, who wrote The Fighting Gamecock that they were reading. And so if you want to follow along on the Google slide while I read, that would be awesome. Okay, so we're going to get started. So a little bit of information. It says South Carolina's most exciting heroine of the Revolutionary War. In the summer of 1781, General Nathanael Greene, commander of the American Continental Army in the South, needed to get a message to General Thomas Sumter. He's our guy. Unfortunately, British Lord Francis Rawdon and his large army lay between Greene's and Sumter's camps. What was General Greene to do? Emily Geiger, a farmer's daughter, came to his aid. Chapter 1, Greene's Camp. Mabington, South Carolina, June 1781. General Nathanael Greene paced back and forth in the hot quarters of his tent, pitched on the western bank of the broad river. His stiff knee didn't seem to work right this morning, but that was not his real problem. If I could only get a message to Sumter at his camp on Watery River, the general spoke more to himself than to his aide. With Rawdon's troops marching toward the low country, we could band together and defeat him, but alone, General Greene shook his head and continued pacing. Your men know the problem, sir, his aide said. Have you no volunteers? None, and I can't say that I blame them. The land between our camps is thick with Tories. A lone rider in a Continental uniform wouldn't stand a chance of getting through. You're right, sir, and the Tories are showing no mercy. It would be a useless death. Besides, my men who survived the battle at 96 are worn out. Many suffer wounds. Greene stopped pacing and stroked his brow in worry. I will not order a man to his death. Once again, he picked up the pacing. What was he to do? Just realized I didn't go there. Okay. Chapter 2, Emily's Decision. In a farmhouse a short distance away, Emily Geiger tossed in her bed. She would never get to sleep after what she had overheard in the evening. She was used to hearing talk of battle. It wasn't that. The Revolutionary War had been going on around her for more than 5 years, and she had learned to be careful what she said, especially in front of her Tory neighbors. It was the news a patriot friend had brought her father that bothered her. Lord Rawdon has abandoned Star Fort at 96, he said. Right now he's marching his troops toward the coast, and I hear he's coming by Granby. Why, that will cut off General Greene's communication to the rest of the army, her father replied. I hear Sumter's camped on Watery River. That's the problem. The visitor's voice was just above a whisper, and Emily had to raise her head from her pillow to hear. Greene knows he could never get a message past all the Tories and their spies. Emily knew her father didn't like her listening in on adult conversations, but she couldn't help herself. According to the visitor's directions, a messenger would need to travel the very route she took on visits to Cousin Elizabeth. Emily sat up straight in her bed. It was a long way, but she knew Congaree Swamp like the back of her hand. Suddenly, she stopped breathing. Would General Greene and her father allow her to take the message? She let out a heavy sigh. Both men thought women had no place in war. For a while, Emily sat deep in thought. Then she folded her arms across her chest. She had made a decision. She would do it. No one would suspect a girl. They will have to listen to me, she told herself. They have no other choice. Her mind made up, Emily lay back down. In the morning, she would ride her horse a short distance to General Greene's camp. Chapter 3, Emily's Request. Greene's Camp. The following morning, a guard appeared at the opening of General Greene's tent. Excuse me, sir, he said, but a young lady is here to see you. Boys and girls, I'm going to stop the recording now, and I'm going to start another one where we'll pick up right where we left off. So be looking out for a video called Secret Message, chapters 3 and 4.